And so welcome back to the channel. So today when we're on this video, we're going to be building a box to go on a Can-Am Maverick. It's 2016. This is going to be a 15-inch sub with 2 ports and a switch panel for his amp, and he's going to have his battery over here. So I'm going to bedline the inside as well as the outside just in case it does get wet or moisture builds up in there. The amp is waterproof, the sub is not. I told him that, you can't get it wet with the port being on there because the sub is not waterproof, but he wants it ported, so we're going to do that. But I had some other videos I made. My phone ran out of storage and I had to find out a way to put them on another device, and I uploaded them to a flash drive, and I got halfway into uploading all my stuff on my flash drive, and then the flash drive deleted. Like, everything on the flash drive was wiped. I had 3 videos on there that I was waiting to get the memory freed up on my phone, because on the editor that I use, it makes like a duplicate version. So like, I'll have 2 of the same videos because one's compacted all in one with the edits and stuff, and then the other one's like the separate clips. So anyways, I didn't have memory for that. So they were the biggest files on my phone, so I was just trying to like maybe take one off at a time, create the video, then delete the other. Well, anyways, it didn't work out and I lost all the videos, and yeah, so we're starting with this one. I did a couple things that I hoped to have been able to put on my YouTube, but oh well. Some of it was my motor. One of them was a roll bar I put on my old truck, and the other one was a lift kit, windshield, and a towing package on this same Can-Am Maverick. But oh well, we'll just pick up right here and continue going. But so like I said, this is going to be a Rockford Fosgate T1 15-inch sub with a Rockford Fosgate. This is a power amp. That's a 750. So he'll be having this power in it. So I'm gonna have like the terminals come out, because the battery is way smaller than this. So I'll have like terminals that come out here for the positive and negative to go here. Then you'll have a positive and negative post inside the box that'll go to the amp, and then the speaker wires come out the amp and go into the sub. Now the RCA cables that come out, I'll have RCA plugs here, or I may do them out the front, so that way he doesn't have to run them double through there. So the RCA cables will come out, he'll plug his RCA in that goes up to his head unit, and then that'll be tied into his head unit as well. So the last box I built for him, it was pretty good, but he said it was too heavy and it took up way too much space. As you can see the size of this one, I'll show you, because I have the other one here, I'll show you how big the old one was, and you'll kind of get an idea of why he's going smaller. That and the old box weighs close to 300 pounds. So yeah, that, and it's 1.5 inches thick like this all the way around. Like, everything was 1.5 inches thick, and then it had bracing on the inside, and it was very, very heavy. And it had the battery and both. He had 2 15s the first time, and then the light bar pods in the back. And I'll show you the other box. So here's the old box. As you can see, there's a 15 there and there, and then he had his switch panel in the middle, and like that, and then the battery slid in the front. But it didn't work out too well. Like I said, the weight was the biggest issue. And there's his light bar pods, and we did this panel to go on the back. Got my name on the bottom, but he hates to lose that. But I told him it'd be best to try and leave it like this and sell it versus risking everything to bust apart. But I did like 1/4-inch panels of plywood on the side to give it that 2-stage look. I don't know if you can tell in the video how it steps down. Yeah, so it comes down like that. Then you have the white face with the subs, because this Can-Am is black and white. So but yeah, this bitch weighs about 300 pounds. So here's the roll bar I put on the 2nd gen. I had a video on it where I had it sandblasted, then bedlined it with the Raptor liner, and I put 4 Run D lights on the top. Or wait, 5. I did have 4, now I have 5, but because it looked weird with 4 because they're so small, but they are very bright. But yeah, I put 1.5 inch bolts because I bought this used. I had to get my own bolts. 1.5 inch, 3/8 by yeah, 1.5 inch, half, 3/8 long bolts in size. And it went in like that. I think I like it a lot better than the toolbox on the back. I've been told it looks a little bit like the Chuck Norris truck, or it did before because it was chrome, and now it's bedline black. But, you know. Okay, so the ports that'll be going here, I ordered some on Amazon. We'll see how they turn out. They should be pretty good. They're plastic, almost like PVC pipe with a like a flashing on the front, or a cone to screw it to on the outside and dress it up, rather than just some PVC pipe you bought from Home Depot and stuck in there. The inside diameter would be 3 inches, and I believe they are 14 inches long. So it should be plenty. The box is 20 inches deep. Also, I got some 5-inch cone, or 5-inch speaker cones, screens, mesh screens, that I'm going to put over it, so that way, you know, like wasps and stuff can't get inside of his box and build nests, because that was a big concern, you know. You let it sit there in the summer or whatever, and wasps get up inside of it, make a nest, and you cut the sub on, and you have some, you know, pests flying around you don't want to be around you while you're riding. But should turn out pretty good. But yeah, so when we were designing this originally, the speaker was going to go from the bottom, and it made the box just stand entirely too tall, because his max limit is 20 inches up to his tower speakers, and right now this is at 17.5 once I put the top piece on, and then this is at 12. And the old box was 20 all the way around, and he could not see behind him, so he wanted to be able to see behind him. So on this one here, you know, we kind of added a top piece so that way the sub come out in this way, because we didn't really think about it mounting that way. But so I'm gonna put these in to kind of like just, I don't know, make me feel better that these seams will be covered by a sheet of plywood. They won't leak. I know they won't, because it's glued and everything else, and I have screws going in it, as well as, well, not nails here, but nails are in the side as well as screws, and everything is glued. But then we're gonna have a top right here, and that's why I put this piece here, is because this top is gonna come over and be fixed, you know, it won't ever come off. And then right here will be a lid with probably 6 screws in it, and that way whenever he needs to take his battery out, he can take it out. Because also the battery on the positive and negative is going to go in the box here, and then it's also going to go in here, and he'll have a positive and negative right here, so that way his other amp that goes to his tower speakers, he can hook in here, or if he needs to charge the battery, he can hook it in right here. But it'd probably be best to take the lid off and charge the battery straight to the terminals. But you know, that way hopefully everything's a little bit cleaner and still easily accessible, because I know on the other design we had, the battery was like sticking out the box. But this one should turn out pretty good. Okay guys, so literally an hour, hold on. Okay guys, so literally an hour later, the port came in. This is the part I was talking about. So it's curved. Got a good finish, screw holes and all, nice flange. That's the inside. Of course that's the tube, and I guess these are the couplers. Oh yeah, it's got a little notch that slides too. Set that on there. Just take the pipe. Yeah. So it ended up being, I think it was $18 for 2 of these. What I'm gonna do, like I said, for wasps and stuff, so we're gonna take this like this. These are 5-inch screens I got off Amazon. I just I could probably post a link in the description, but it was just whatever came up first. And I actually thought these were going to be too big. I was going to order 4 inches because I just thought 5-inch was going to be too big. But as you can see, let me pause. Okay, so you can see actually the 5-inch is perfect. You can barely see the lip where it's smaller, see? But the port still work. Whoa. But so I think that'll work out pretty good. So if you want an idea for keeping wasps out of your speaker box, if you want to do something on your side by side or four-wheeler similar to this is how you can get a tube port with a cover, keep bugs out, and you know, whatever else. Okay, so the lip on this is a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take a 1 inch off. It's 6 1/4 total in size. So I'm going to cut a 5 1/4 inch hole to slip this through, so that we get a nice flush look on the front. Alright, so as you can see, the port's in. I got the screen on it, and it's going to work pretty well. It's a metal screen, so wire mesh. I'll cut the cord to however long it needs to be. I'll probably bring it out so like right here it says the back part can't be less than 3. Like the diameter of this is 3, so it says where the port stops between this cannot be less than whatever that is, which is 3. So you can't have a gap here less than 3 inches. So I'm gonna cut it to be maybe like 4 or 5. This port may be a little bit longer than this one, just that way it's like in a taper and they have plenty of air to draw from. But turned out a lot better than I thought. Which, I mean, I thought it was gonna turn out pretty good, but it turned out like even better, because I thought this cone was going to be bigger than the shell of the piece, but it actually sits on it pretty good too, and looks like a clean look, like it was supposed to be there. I got the T1 in and the 2 ports. I got the ports cut in a little bit of a taper like I was talking about before. So his amp's gonna be there. Probably gonna do it to RCA to aux. I'm gonna get like an aux flush mount adapter to go there. These things they sent me, yeah, ain't gonna work. I don't even know what this. I thought this was gonna be different. Yeah, you can see RCA plugs in there, but the back side ain't a plug-in. See how it is right there? It's like you're supposed to solder the wires together. I ain't doing that. So yeah. It's good, perfectly flush. So when I put the top piece on, you know, it won't be perfectly flush anymore, but did pretty good with that. Pretty good down there. Got plenty of room for it to work. Start adding my framework, my trusses. I'm gonna run a piece coming across here just to make sure this don't want to blow this little piece off. It don't really move, but still, just in case. Today I've been busy getting these lights out of this old box. Got my old panel off, and I have to sand down the light again to put it back into the box. I won't be able to do it the same way, but it'll be bed lined over with the lens being protected, of course.